Hey everyone, my name is Obi. I'm the creator of College Money Habits, and today I'm here with my sister.
Hi, I'm Chetachi.
And we're going to be talking about investing and what it was like when we started. If it's your first time here, College Money Habits is a platform that focuses on teaching college students as well as young adults about the importance of financial literacy, and we cover topics such as investing, budgeting, credit, buying a home, and so on and so forth. Today we're going to be talking about our first time investing, things that we've learned, and advice that we would give to people who are curious about investing or people who are new to investing. My first investment was in a swap total stock market fund, and I invested $150, and I did this when I was a senior in high school.
My first investment was on the Robinhood app, and I actually invested in 3 different companies: in Facebook, Inovio, and Moderna, for like a lump sum of $350. So those were my first investments, and that was last March. That's the first thing I ever did. I actually started investing after talking with Obi a lot about investing, obviously, because I had no clue what to do. My friend actually downloaded the Robinhood app, and she invited me with a link that actually gave me a free stock. And so it was because of that I got first started in investing. So that free stock, which I still have, so $5, was the way I got started.
But when I was in high school, my goal was to go to college and study finance and then go into wealth management, become a financial advisor. And so I started in high school with the kind of like the goal of getting a leg up on the competition. And so I ended up going to a friend whose dad, he worked in the financial industry. He helped guide me in terms of what to invest in, because I had a short list of different funds that I was thinking about. And then I just ended up picking the swap total stock market fund that I decided on because it was the cheapest actually of the ones that I was looking at.
Cheapest at how much?
It's $30, 40, no, $30. Compared to 100 or 200?
Compared to a free stock?
Okay, there you go.
My worst mistake was there, like around when the pandemic started in March, a bunch of people, like friends I had, I saw them getting a lot of money, like up to $1,000 off of shorts. The specific one was UVXY. And so I asked my lovely brother about it just to get some advice, and ended up investing in a different short called SPXS. Put about almost $600 into that, and like I almost immediately lost like $150. It just immediately went down. It never went up. And so that was the worst mistake. So I think that was like the only loss I've ever had in my time investing thus far. Thankfully, my gracious brother, who gave me this great advice, gave me my money back, because otherwise I would be pissed off. So yeah.
It's important to note, I am no investment guru. We all make mistakes, so that was one of mine. My worst mistake, however, was with Stitch Fix, and that was in college. I had traded the stock before, and I had made a good chunk of change in a short amount of time, and so I decided to try it again. And so I ended up putting $10,000 into shares of that company, and it went down, and I was like, all right, I'll just wait it out because I have some faith. And then it kept going down, and I ended up losing $2,700. It was like $2,700, and it was not a great experience because I just bought a car, and so I was already kind of financially strapped at the time. And then to take on a hit like that was not fantastic, but I learned a lot from it, and it eventually helped me go on to not take huge losses like that in the future.
I thought you said, oh, it's $2,000. It makes $150 seem like nothing.
It is nothing. Yeah.
I'm a broke grad student. That's the difference.
Also kind of good that you kind of mentioned it too, is what you learned from that mistake. Do you want to answer that, or like something that, like you kind of touched on that, but it could be interesting to have?
From From the mistake that I made, I learned to create a strategy. So not just that investment with Stitch Fix or a trade, because I don't really call that one an investment. I've learned that, if you buy something just because the stock is going up, or you're buying something with like the sole purpose of making money without fully understanding the business or, like that company, you're probably not going to be able to withstand downturns just because you have nothing to fall back on. You have no research to fall back on. You have no knowledge to fall back on. You're simply looking at the price. And so I found in situations where a stock was going down, but I had done my own research and I had faith, not just like within the stock, but also within that business and the company. And I felt it was something that people were going to continue to use. I was able to ride it out, and in most cases actually end up turning that loss into a gain.
I learned not to hop on the trends just because I saw everyone else doing it. It's like similar to what Obi said, but since I saw everyone else with the short, I was like, I want money too. Didn't work out, as you can tell. And so I would think also from that is just not to like hop on the shorts if you haven't actually like looked at them, because they're super volatile. I don't think that one specifically has ever recovered. So I would say do a lot of research, because those things are, crazy.
Understand your risk tolerance.
Okay, next one. Best investment you ever made.
Okay, so like the comparison between mine and OB's portfolios is very different. As you'll notice, my numbers are a lot smaller.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
My best investment was Moderna, because when I got it at the beginning of the pandemic in March, it was like $20. I should have gotten more than one share at that time. I got a second share a couple months later, but it was $20, and now the share is worth $130. So I have made nearly 6 times what I bought it at. But yeah, that's my best investment.
So my best investment by dollar amount and not percentage return would be DocuSign. So last year, by the way, this is being filmed in January 2021. my best investment was last year when the pandemic was really starting to take its toll. And in March, I invested, it was I think roughly $3,300 in DocuSign. And at the time, I believe it was trading at $89 a share, and today it's about $250. And overall, I've made I think like upwards of $6,000 off that investment, which is a good chunk of change, large amount of money by any means. So yeah, that's my best investment by far. For those of you that don't know, DocuSign, they help with like e-signatures. And so because we're in a pandemic still, and a lot of businesses have shifted online, people are signing more documents online as opposed to in person. And so the business has blown up. And so that's the reason for the growth, at least in my portfolio, with that company.
I mean, and as much as you know, Moderna is one of the creators of one of the 2 vaccines that has been accepted and is going out in the US. So Inovia was another one of those, and they crashed and burned. So Moderna worked out.
Why do you think investing is important?
Well, I think it's important because I think it lets you know, or like it just gives you the experience of managing your money yourself. You get a lot of experience in just putting your money kind of in things you're interested in, or just things you'd like to learn more about. And so I feel like that's kind of what I did. A lot of my money's in like tech. What the hell is in tech? Sorry. All my money's in tech. And that's something I use all the time. If you want another source of income, it is a great way to make a lot of money if you do well. Like
And for me, with the importance of investing, for me, it really is like one of the greatest ways to build wealth, and it's not something that has a lot of barriers to entry. So, whether you're 18 years old or you're 30 years old, it's a great way to, again, start building wealth. Because I started when I was 18, and that was 6 years ago, and I started with $150, and then today my portfolio is at a size where it's almost like another job of managing it, and it's provided me with money that's presented me with other opportunities where I can, pursue things that I want to do and not focus entirely on my day job. And it has allowed me to begin thinking about real estate and all these other things that I didn't think, I suppose, were possible at my age. I think for young people especially, it's really important to get started investing, not only because you're going to learn so much doing it, but it's also just going to provide you with a lot of financial opportunities as well.
Boom, love it. Okay, last one is advice to other people looking to get started.
I would say it's never too late. Obviously, Obi started when he was a lot younger, but I started when I was 25 and took advantage of a terrible situation. I wouldn't say do the same, but I mean, if you see a point where you can enter the stock market, then I say do so. I think also using apps is probably very useful. I don't think I could have gotten really started if I was doing it maybe through someone who was managing my portfolio. I don't know if I would trust someone enough to do that. I think using an app, just being able to log in and look at the stuff I own, has been very useful and very easy to do. So.